it's mine.
Rusty Quill presents Welcome to Foster's. Episode 5, Resurrection.
It's that I know it's mine.
You know you don't have to come here every time you want to eat. I still get paid.
I don't come here because I like the food. I come here because I like you.
You mean you don't like my food?
Entrapment. That's called entrapment. And you know I love your food.
Gloria!
I have to get back. Nice to see you, Oliver. Hope you like your sandwich.
It's great, really.
Of course.
It still doesn't make any sense.
It amuses me to no end that you're insisting speaking to the dead doesn't make any sense. Why is it any different to catching nixies? You learned a ritual to cleanse an area of ghost soli. That's like term 2 of Cert 1. You know ghosts exist.
It's not that she speaks to the dead. It's just the way she does it. Over the internet? It just seems wrong.
You would prefer it if she was dressed in jangly jewellery and wearing a silk dress and burning incense?
Wow, no. Not when you put it like that.
You gonna eat those chips?
Here. Oh, that was the biggest sandwich I've ever eaten.
She thinks you're too thin. But don't tell Gloria you didn't finish these, okay? So, isn't there anyone dead you'd want to talk to?
Oh, man. No, there isn't.
I asked her once if she could contact my uncle for me.
Yeah? What happened?
He wasn't there. Don't look at me like that. I might be making fun of you, but before I met Mina, I had pretty much the same attitude you did. But if we can't look back on our own follies and learn from them in order to criticise them in others, then what's the point in getting old?
So, the dead she can contact, they're like the spirits we cleanse, right? Still kind of stuck here.
Yeah.
Which means your uncle.
Didn't have anything to keep him here.
But that's a good thing, right? It means he's not angry.
Yeah, I guess it is.
So we're going to check out the graveyard then?
Yeah, but no point in doing it on an empty stomach. Look, I know it's been a weird couple of days. It's not usually this busy, I promise. Most of the time, it's just...
Wards and paperwork, yeah. It's okay though. I'm having, well, not fun exactly, but it feels like I'm learning stuff and it's better than garbage collection.
Well, I'm glad. How much do you know about necromancy?
Not a whole lot. Something else they don't teach in Cert 1.
The list of things they don't teach in Cert 1 is very long, yes.
Seems like it might have been a bit of a waste of time.
It's not meant to make you a better adept, Oliver, you know that. It's just something so they can slap a badge on your chest that says, not going to accidentally blow people up.
I guess.
That's why we have apprenticeships, so you can learn all the fun stuff.
Fun.
So, necromancy. Tim knew a few people who dabbled in it back before it was criminalised.
I'm a bit weirded out that it wasn't always illegal, to be honest.
Ah, the heady days of the 60s. Free love, music festivals, and zombies.
There weren't any zombies. Not that I heard about anyway.
No, there weren't. Which is why they didn't bother making necromancy illegal. From what I remember Tim saying, it wasn't so much that it was evil or anything, although disturbing the dead is culturally awful for a lot of folk, so there is that. It was just that it didn't work. You'd animate a corpse, it'd flail about a bit and then collapse. It didn't attack anyone or infect anyone or do anything much other than stink out the place and upset all its loved ones.
Do we know that's not what's happening now?
Even if it is what's happening now, it's worth stopping. You heard the computer. Whoever was raised did not sound happy.
No.
They might be dead, but they're still a person and they don't deserve to suffer. And then we have the problem of the lich ritual. If that's what's happening, we really do need to do something about it.
So, we're going to the cemetery where they were buried. Iggy was sure it was Waverley?
That's what he said, or at least I think it was. I mean, his translation was pretty necessary.
What's wrong?
It's a bugger to park over there.
You know, when I was at high school, some of the older kids liked to...
Yep, I know.
Never much saw the appeal.
If you have the option, a bed is always better. Here.
Can we help you?
Hi. We'd like a map of the plots. I'm looking for a particular grave.
Of course. Here you go. They're marked by number, not name. But if you give me the name, I can...
Oh, yes. It's Amelia Henderson. Died in 1962.
She's in section 16, halfway between the Irish Memorial and the Cudden plot. Grave 322. Here.
The Cudden plot?
Thanks so much.
We have flowers if you'd like to leave some on the...
Sure. These look nice.
Those are $12. And there's a donation box at the door, if you're interested in maintaining the grounds. Every little bit helps.
Thanks for your help.
Not a problem.
It's pretty here.
Prime real estate. Can you imagine giving over this view to the dead these days? Section 16 is over there.
Near that big angel?
Yeah, I think that's the Irish memorial she was talking about.
And the Cudden plot. Does she mean...
Saoirse Cudden. Yeah, she's buried here. So's Henry Lawson and a bunch of other famous people. Saoirse's grave gets a lot of traffic from young magic types. You know, there's a legend that...
If you offer her a blood sacrifice on the dark of the moon, she'll grant you extra powers.
Huh. It's not the one I'd heard.
Really?
The one I heard involved some of that high school activity you mentioned.
Ah. Who?
Yeah. As I said, beds are better. But if this apparently raised dead person is right near the Cudden plot...
If you're gonna raise a lich...
May as well go with the biggest, baddest, most famous dead magic user you can, right?
There's no one else here.
Peaceful. Funnily enough, the last time I was over here was for the job that Price mentioned. The pain job.
Oh yeah? What was it?
Demonic possession. The house was amazing. Looked right out over the beach. Would have cost a fortune. Took me ages to find a park.
How did it end up?
Demon and woman are happily partnered now. Doing pretty well, it seems. Well enough to recommend us for jobs to her boss.
Wait, she... What?
Here we are. Well.
Huh.
There were security cameras at the entrance. None near here, though.
I mean, they could have just been maintaining the plot. Don't they have to do that sometimes? They get overgrown with weeds and stuff and...
See any others around here that are just fresh earth?
Actually, yeah. Over there. Not as fresh, but this one doesn't have much grass. And here, this one. Looks like it's new growth, different to the one next to it.
Yeah. They're getting less fresh each time.
There's a pattern.
Yeah. There's definitely a pattern.
So,
They're trying to turn Saoirse Cudden into a lich. What else did Iggy say about the ritual?
12 raised corpses, each of them brought back on a full moon. Corpse energy used in a ritual to infuse the dead wizard.
And it had to be performed at a certain time of the year. He wasn't sure of which time, though, well...
Not great.
No. No real way to find that out either, if they're raising one a month. Too much time for the graves to grow back over.
But the book was only stolen, when? 6 months ago? Isn't it the time they wanted 2 letter check?
12, he said, but they didn't specify that. Not precisely, anyway. We don't know exactly when it was stolen.
Price said it was. She called you in to investigate it. What are you thinking?
I don't know. Exactly. But your cousin Tallulah is right. Brian doesn't strike me as very trustworthy. And, well, Price is a certain kind of person that I've never been inclined to trust much.
And there was that security guard Tallulah said he didn't remember?
Exactly.
So, what?
Maybe the book wasn't stolen at all, which means the ritual could be almost done. Here, take down the names of all the graves surrounding the Cudden plot. We can at least do some checking, see if any of them have been razed aside from these three that are obvious.
Some of the names are too worn to read.
Of course they are. Let's check the ones we can. Oh, hey, Amina. Got a few more questions to ask. Check if some other folk have been resurrected. Can we give you some... Sure, just hang on.
Can't read this one. It's too old. The one over there is Mary Jansen. Died on the 5th of October, 1958.
Did you get that, Amina? Ooh, okay. That one's definitely raised.
Nathaniel Morton. Died September 18th, 1982.
Mina? Yep, again.
Christine Wilkins. January 7th, 1977.
You get that? Okay. Who's the one over there, Ollie?
Genevieve Winton. 8th August, 1988.
And oh, okay. Yep. Sure. Sorry, Mina. I don't want to blow up your computer. That's more than 6.
I don't like this.
I think we can safely say the ritual could go off at any time.
I guess we should go to the police.
We can give it a go, but you heard Rashida. They're swamped. Makes me wonder.
What?
The weirdness. It started a few months ago for Rashida and the other whips. If I was going to do a big magical ritual, I'd be pretty keen for the whips not to show up and arrest me in the middle of it.
You think they're doing it deliberately?
Raising the dead might have been enough to pump up the magical energy. Cause the things Rash has been talking about. But it seems too convenient. Sylvia Price didn't want to involve the police.
I think it's a bit late to be worrying about that. They're going to raise a lich. They're going to resurrect Saoirse Cudden. And what? What happens after that?
I honestly don't know, Ollie. Right, so Rashida says whip help is out. We've got no corpses, we don't have the power to arrange exhumations to even check that they're missing, we don't have the book, and we don't know who has it.
That's a lot of things we don't know and can't do.
Diane said there hasn't been anything on the security cameras.
The graveyard's huge, and it'd be pretty easy to climb over the wall if you wanted to. I mean, grave robbing isn't exactly a common crime.
Not anymore, anyway. Still, I reckon most of the eastern suburbs' mums in that area would object if they saw zombies shambling around. Where did they go when they were raised?
They'd have to be shipped somewhere. Stored. Somehow.
Stored.
Yeah, the ritual needs them all to be present for the resurrection. When the time comes, they'll probably have to truck them in or something.
The security cameras will probably pick that up.
But there isn't a security guard on site overnight, so even if they did pick it up, it wouldn't do any good except to tell everyone the next day that someone had done a big ritual in the graveyard.
And if whatever liches do is half as bad as I think it is, pretty much everyone will know that already. At least that's my bet.
What do liches do?
Magic, but, like, dead. Dead magic.
You don't know?
How am I supposed to? How is anyone supposed to? The only person with access to information about necromancy is either dead or...
Sylvia Price.
Price and Boone, you've reached Brian Hewlett-Smith.
Oh, hey, Brian. It's Jill Foster. Can I speak with Miss Price? It's regarding her case.
Miss Foster, I'm terribly sorry, but Miss Price had to fly to Melbourne on some urgent business just after your meeting. She'll be unreachable until late this evening. Is there something you wanted me to pass on to her?
When will she be back?
Not until Monday, I'm afraid. But I can definitely give her a message if you have some information regarding...
No, that's fine, Brian. I can put it in an email. Does she often fly off on such short notice?
Miss Price is an exceptionally busy woman, Miss Foster.
Of course she is. All right then, I'll just put this in an email and shoot it over to you then, I guess.
Have you located the book, Miss Foster?
No, unfortunately, no. But we have been having an interesting time. I am quite hopeful of a positive conclusion.
I have some time now if you'd like to relay what you've...
I'm afraid I'm just on my way out the door. I'll email you, as I said.
I shall look forward to it.
Yeah. Thanks, Brian.
So, she's flown to Melbourne and won't be back till Monday.
Convenient.
You really think they're behind this?
Look, I have to cover every possibility here.
Why would they have you look into finding a stolen book that they still have?
Misdirection, an alibi. Explains why they hired me rather than, say, the police or one of the other bigger agencies. Probably thought we were incompetent.
That's...
Yeah, I know. More fool them.
We have to do something to stop this from happening, right? Maybe, I don't know, should we stake out the graveyard or something?
Every night for the next 6 months?
It can't be that hard to...
Well, there are certain times that are better than others. Full moons, equinoxes, that kind of thing.
That kind of thing matters?
It can. We're probably safe for tonight at least, but I'll go and check it out anyway.
I can...
Nope. No, you've done more than enough work today. Take the night off. If something goes wrong, I'll call you. And probably everyone else I know as well.
If you're sure.
I'm sure. Weren't you going out with your cousin anyway?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was.
Well, if you're really keen to do work, you can grill him about Brian and Miss Price while you're there.
I could try.
Go on. Get out of here. Have some fun.
Still got it.
Sheer luck.
The problem with you, Ollie, is that you can't recognize true skills when you see them. Crap. So when were you gonna tell everyone you were back then?
I've only been back a little while.
More than a couple of weeks though, right? I mean, that's a while.
Been busy, you know. Trying to find a job, settling in with Dad.
How is he anyway?
He's doing okay. Looney going made him lonely, I think.
And I still can't believe Looney's in Samoa. I was here last year. Could have looked her up and,
She's 10 years older than you, Lele.
there's nothing wrong with a mature woman, Ollie.
She still thinks you're an annoying little kid. Anyway, she's got a girlfriend, and she's only been there a couple months.
Damn. She's gay?
Bye.
How did they go over with the old man?
All in. Started going to Mardi Gras and asked her if she wanted him to march as a proud parent.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I think she might have preferred it if he'd been a prick about it, actually.
Oh, good that he's not, though. And, hey, by means, I still have a...
Lele, please stop trying to date my sister.
Hey, it's only your half-sister.
It's weird and gross.
So, magic, huh?
Are you gonna be weird about that?
I mean, we all knew you used to ice the soccer balls before practice. Drove Rory Batman nuts.
Kinda why I did it.
Worth the suspension for standing up for you when they found out. But for work?
Stuff that needs doing.
Yeah, I guess. It's weird that you're doing a job for my boss, though.
Yeah, tell me about it. First job with Jill and we're working for Sylvia bloody Price. Jill thinks it'll pay well anyway.
There's something weird about that place. I gotta say, Ollie.
Shit.
Oh, I guess that's the game.
What happens when you leave the white in front of a pocket, mate? What do you mean there's something weird about the place?
I don't know. Job's fine and all, like, and not much goes on and it gets boring, but it pays well. Just, the people are creepy sometimes. And Brian's the creepiest.
Yeah, you did feel a bit off.
And they have weird deliveries and shit. And I know Price has that big collection upstairs, but she doesn't have magic, so how come she wants so much to do with it? Like, no offense, buddy, but if you're not, like, getting haunted on the regular, why would you want to touch any of that shit? And people die. People still die when magic stuff goes wrong.
People die when non-magic stuff goes wrong too.
Yeah, I guess. Feels different though.
I don't really get how it's different.
Or when stuff goes wrong, like, I don't know, a car accident. Say you crash your car, right? That's something everyone can do. We get in the car, we do something dumb, and people get hurt. So we're all equal. Everyone can be dumb in their way, so it doesn't feel weird. It's sad, right? But like it's not.
Not what?
Well, it's not some asshole summoning a demon and getting people who can't summon demons killed.
Yeah, I get that. But if you look at it like that, you can say, well, take Sylvia Price, right? She can do stuff we can't do. She can do stuff people with magic can't do.
Yeah, because she's got money.
Exactly. She's got money. And she controls people and she can buy whatever she wants. Like all that stuff in her collection. She can publish stuff in her papers that ruin people. She's got loads more power than someone like me or Jill has in the end, right? I can summon a demon, sure. I mean, if I wanted to. But if I did that, I'd get in a lot of trouble and probably end up in jail because I don't have money.
So what you're saying is that the worst thing that could possibly happen is if someone like you got rich?
Yeah, probably.
Gotta be a few rich magic users out there, though.
None that I know. I mean, we're rare, right? That's part of why it's okay. Or, I don't know, not okay. Tolerated. And the council takes care of the ones who aren't okay.
Takes care of?
There's a special prison place. It's a rehab centre thing. You learn all about it when you do your certification. It sounds boring as all hell.
It's because none of us know any of this stuff. Unless someone we know has magic. That's why it's scary.
You scared of me?
Nah, mate. You're too poor to be scared.
Guess that means it's your round then.
It's been more weird than normal the last couple of days at work, though.
Oh?
Yeah, I was meant to be on shift tomorrow, but they're shutting the whole building down. Normally when they do that, they have security on anyway, you know? Even for, like, pest inspections. But tomorrow, no one is on. I checked.
No one at all?
Nope.
Do you know why?
Beats me, mate. I asked Kate and she said they've never done it before. There's always one of us there, not tomorrow, though.
That's actually pretty interesting, Lily.
Really?
Here. You get the next round, huh? On me. I'm just gonna call my boss.
You know, with my diplomacy bonus, I'll do it for 2 G. What I would say is you notice, like, you don't immediately yank it open, you notice
Hello?
Hey, Jill. It's Ollie.
Oh, hiya.
How's the graveyard looking?
Oh, empty?
I think there might be a reason for that.
So this ritual is going to happen tonight.
Seems like it.
And Rashida says she can't help.
Nope.
So you and your 12-year-old apprentice
He's 22.
and your ex-apprentice who doesn't like my hollandaise.
Mark said he was just trying to be funny about that. Anyway,
You, your 15-year-old current apprentice, and your deadbeat former apprentice are going to a graveyard, and you're going to stop a multi-billionaire and her creepy personal assistant from raising the spectre of Saoirse Cuttin.
Well, when you say it like that, it seems stupid.
I'm coming too.
Gloria.
Shut up. I'm coming too. No arguments. You know I can handle myself. I'll bring my best knife.
You use that for vegetables.
It'll stick fine in a zombie. Or a billionaire, for that matter.
Babe.
Maybe no actual murder. But I'm not letting you go there alone.
I won't be.
Jill.
Okay? Okay. I love you.
I know. You need this bag of stuff?
Oh, that's wolfsbane. Chuck it in the back. It can't hurt.
Okay.
She didn't attempt to contact me again.
Well, that's somewhat concerning. Still, with the police force otherwise occupied, it's not as though she could manage to disrupt us at this point.
I think it would be prudent for me to go onto the graveyard ahead in any case. Make certain we won't be interrupted.
Don't be ridiculous, Brian. I need you with me. How else is the transfer to be accomplished?
I am the most qualified to deal with Miss Foster should she attempt
You
any magic.
employ all these people for a reason, do you not?
Indeed.
Do you believe she is a threat?
Hardly.
Well then,
That's the last of them. You and you. Drive ahead. Clear out the graveyard. We don't want anyone else there when we arrive.
Right.
Everything is slotting into place, Brian. One washed-up magical adept isn't going to spoil this for us.
As you say, Miss Price.
It's after 11. I can't believe we had to park 3 blocks away.
You're lucky I love you.
Oh, come on. As if you don't find the idea of staking out a graveyard and potentially fighting a zombie horde ridiculously romantic.
Yeah, you do got me there. When's Mark getting here?
He said he'd meet us at the... Oh. Hi.
Jill. Hi, Gloria.
Mark.
Hi.
Assume you bloke?
Oh. Have we met?
Don't think so.
No. You were at the interview. At Price and Boone.
Oh, yeah. That. Didn't get it. Obviously you didn't either, huh? Or you wouldn't be...
Wait, you had an interview with Price and Boone?
Didn't they call you for a reference?
No.
Well, said they were going to. Anyway, I'm at Dempsey's now.
That's good.
Better hours, at least. See, she's overworking you already.
I had the day off, actually.
Sure. So, what's going on here then?
Like I told you, we think someone's doing a necromantic ritual. Rash and the Whips are too busy to help, so it's down to us.
Okay.
Thanks. Thanks for doing this.
It's alright. Your references were really helpful, actually, and the job I left for fell through.
Consider the hubcap paid for too, I guess.
Thanks. So, what do you need me to do? You said there wouldn't be any possessed cats. Just zombies?
Yeah. If you could wait by the entrance, give us some warning of when trouble arrives. We're going to set up near the ritual site.
They'll be transporting a lot of zombies. If you can't sense them magically, you'll probably be able to smell them.
Seems like you got the interesting work after I left, Jill.
Maybe so?
So if I see these zombies, I call you.
Yep. And if you can safely delay them, do that.
Fire should work pretty well against zombies.
Yep. That's the backup plan. Just tell us if you see anything. Give us some warning.
Gotcha.
Guess they picked as good a night as any to raise a lich.
Oh, hello.
Hello!
You're not supposed to be here.
Really?
No one's supposed to be here.
Well, some of us obviously are. Oh, my. That is a big stick you have there.
Get lost.
I'd like to, really. But I'm kind of here for a reason.
I mean it. You need to leave now.
Sorry, can't do that. Got a job to do, see? Thanks, Ollie. I was starting to feel like a worm on a hook.
This grass is wet.
Yep, that one is going to wake up damp and miserable.
Should we tie him up or something?
You got any rope?
Not really something I keep handy. Maybe in the car there's hockey straps or...
Best to just leave him. A sleep spell will keep him comfortable for a couple of hours at least.
Guess we know the ritual's going to be tonight then.
Yeah, guess we do.
What time is it?
Close to midnight.
Is Gloria going to be okay?
She can handle herself. Cut and plot's just up ahead. Any sign of any more of those guys?
No. He was probably just sent ahead to make sure no one else was here, I guess. I still don't really get it. Why are they doing this?
Oh, why does anyone do anything these days?
I mean, sure, Saoirse Cudden, the most famous mage in the Southern Hemisphere, but she's still just like us. No one's going to bother to raise me from the dead in 100 years.
They might, if they wanted power.
Even the Council of Magi aren't powerful enough to do much more than light fires and make glamours and stuff. If they really wanted power, they could just, I don't know, buy a gun.
Can't summon demons with guns.
No, but you can shoot people.
There's something more about magic, though, isn't there? Because not everyone can do it. And sure, it's easier to heat your house with gas than with a fire elemental, and it's safer to order stuff from the internet than make deals with the Fae. But there are people out there that think it's better somehow.
You think Price is jealous?
You wanted to know why she's doing this. If it is her.
Hey, Jill.
Yeah?
I reckon I can fix your filing system.
One favour. Must have been in a good mood this morning. Oh, she'll stop hassling me about the hubcap. Well, hanging out in a graveyard sounds fun. Not this bored. Oh. Hello. Huh. Typical. Gloria, it's Mark. Yeah, look, a big truck has pulled up, and it looks like it's the people you... Look, just let Jill know, okay? Oh, Jesus. You really do smell.
Who are you?
Oh, hi.
What are you doing here?
Well, easy, mate. I'm not doing any harm,
Who
or...
is this? What's going on here?
Hang on. You can't just come up to someone
He was here when I got here, boss.
I'm just on my way home. Don't touch me. What is your malfunction?
That's going to be inconvenient.
What shall I do with him, boss?
We could...
What's this?
He was loitering outside when we got here.
How long will he be out?
Not long.
Leave him. We don't have time. We
But
don't
it's-
have time.
As you say. Watch him.
Jesus, Jill, you forgot your phone. No, I didn't. It's here, see? Oh.
Out of batteries?
I'm sorry.
Never mind. Mark says a massive truck just pulled up near the entrance.
Shit.
He had to hang up, but it's gotta be them, right?
Yes. Yeah, that makes sense. Positions, hide. Remember, wait till they're focused on me. And then don't come out until you're sure you're needed.
Anything else we need to deal with before we start?
He was alone, but I think
Cutting
we
it
should...
very fine, Brian.
If we'd arrived a little earlier
My time
then,
is precious, as you well know.
the ritual has to begin now.
So,
Age epulare morte, vive iterum. Age epulare morte, vive iterum. Age epulare morte, vive iterum.
Oi, stay down.
Why did I agree to this? Shut up. How about I don't? Still got it. Oh shit.
This ends now.
Ah, Miss Foster. It seems Brian might have been right about you.
Oh?
Do you honestly believe you can stop this now? Just you?
Maybe not just me.
Is your apprentice around as well? You know he came for an interview at my office a few weeks ago. Astonishing the caliber of applicants I get whenever a magical position turns up. He was most certainly not what we were looking for.
Guess we look for different things. For example, what exactly are you looking for here? What is it that Saoirse Cudden can do for you that you can't do for yourself?
All power is valuable, Miss Foster.
You've already got so much of it.
Not like this. Not what she can do. This is too big for you. Too much for you. You might as well just sit back and stay out of our way.
We gotta protect. Ow! It's my casting head. God damn it. I get it. You're bigger than me. It's stronger. That can't be good.
Why have I been called?
You're too late, Miss Foster. The ritual is complete.
Doesn't look complete.
All that remains is for Saoirse Cudden to absorb the corpse energy. You can see, anyone with magical talent can see, the tethers that bind her to them and to me.
The transfer.
Why am I bound?
Come here.
What is this? Who are you?
More of your little friends, Miss Foster. But you see, it doesn't matter. Not anymore. The transfer process has begun, and Brian is no longer needed for the ritual.
Jill, I don't know what to do.
Jill, Gloria. Oh shit.
Don't move, Mr. Long.
You brought a gun?
I won't need it for very long, young man.
Oliver, get back.
We have to do something. The corpses. The corpses. If we destroy them before she can absorb it all, we can...
No, you don't.
Jill, I'm not strong enough for this. I can't get through his barriers. You'll have to...
What?
Burn them.
I can't.
Yes, you can. You know you can.
No, you will not.
I'll take that. Thanks.
And you miss.
Brian, the transfer.
You shot me. I'm trying.
Not getting away.
No! No, you cannot!
Let me go.
She is
Let
here.
me go right now.
She is
Igneum, Iace, Mite.
You utter fools, you have no idea.
Let me rest! I will not!
She's still here.
I managed to get away. I think they're all... Wow.
It was enough. You were too late. I can feel her power.
Thank you.
Me. Thank me. Welcome.
Oh, she's gone. She's gone. All that power, all that time wasted. I'll
probably not be paying my bill, I'm guessing.
Chill. Bloody hell. Really?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mark. You okay?
Do I look okay?
Here. Let me.
I guess calling the police is okay now then?
You'll never work again. I'll shut you down.
Should we do something about that?
Little agency. I'll have my papers exposed to the miserable little hedge
Hey,
wizards that
babe,
you are.
nice.
I'll ruin your life completely. I will
Pressure
realize
brings out the best in me.
everyone you care about. You'll
Try to make a
never
phone call
think
here.
in this town again without me breathing down your neck.
What's going to happen to her?
Probably get off with a fine, which she could pay 3,000 times over and not feel. Good chance her necromantic texts will be confiscated, though.
That?
I know.
Nothing smells worse than
That was fun.
I'm going home.
Hey, Mark, I'll give you a lift. And thanks again.
Is that?
The book? Yep.
Shouldn't you give that to the,
Oops. Oh dear. Sometimes my fire spells are a bit unpredictable.
Go to the grunt.
Come on, let's go home.
Oi. No. Don't pull his finger. No, it'll come off.
Welcome to Foster's is a Neon Inkwell podcast distributed by Rusty Quill Limited and licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike 4.0 international license. This series is written and created by Imogen Cassidy and directed by Chris Magilton. This episode was edited by Elizabeth Moffatt, Lorianne Davis, and Meg McKellar, with title track and music from Sam Jones and additional music from Nico Vitesi. The series features Nina Nikolic as Jill Foster, Tim Sefo as Oliver Long, Harrison Keane as Mark Wilson, Sabrina Thornton-Walker as Gloria Foster, Hannah Aroni as Sylvia Price, Michael Beish as Brian Hewlett-Smith, Isabel Houghton as Young Jill, Alice Magilton as Marie, Zara Moffatt as the Nixie, Shakira Searle as Amina Malouf, Fariel Jabbar as Rashida Bakri, and Chris Alicio as Talele. Additional voices by Lorianne Davis, Lee Davis-Thalborn, Maya Harlap, Floyd Kennedy, Chris Magilton, Matt Malachite, Elizabeth Moffatt, Cooper Mortlock, Hamish Plagamars, Brooke Scobie, and Dallas Tipo. The production would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which this series is set, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. We pay our respects to elders past and present. Neon Inkwell is produced by April Sumner with executive producer Alexander J. Newall and showrunner Elizabeth Moffatt. To subscribe, view associated materials, or join our Patreon, visit rustyquill.com. Rate and review us online. Tweet us at The Rusty Quill, visit us on Facebook, or mail us at mail@rustyquill.com. Thanks for listening.